Have you ever looked at your life late at night when the world is quiet and your phone screen is the only light in the room and felt disappointed in yourself? Not angry at others, not blaming the system, just disappointed. Like you had more potential, but somehow you wasted it. Like there was a better version of you that never showed up. Do you feel tired even when you wake up? Broke even when you work hard? Lost even when you keep moving? Do you ever feel like life is passing by and you're standing still, watching everyone else move forward? But still, somewhere deep inside, there's a small voice that says, I was meant for more. What if I told you one small habit could change everything? Not money, not luck, not talent, discipline, and if you stay till the end, his turning point. Might be yours too. His name was Daniel. He was 27 years old, and he felt weak. Not just in his arms. Not just in his body, weak in his mind, weak in his spirit, weak in his belief in himself. He worked a low-paying night job at a warehouse. Long hours, heavy boxes, cold air that made your fingers numb, bright white lights that made your head hurt. He scanned codes, stacked pallets, pushed carts, lifted boxes. Over and over again, the same thing. Every night, always tired, always broke. He lived alone in a small rented room. Thin mattress, cracked mirror, a flickering light that buzzed like it might give up any moment. The walls were bare. No pictures. No goals written anywhere. Just silence. His phone buzzed with messages from his family. So what's your plan now? When are you going to do something better? You can't stay like this forever. He had no answer. He felt like he had wasted his youth every night. He lay on his bed, staring at the ceiling, counting the cracks, thinking, how did I end up here? Was this really all my life was going to be? Where did my dreams go? Daniel's days all looked the same. He woke up late, already stressed, already behind. The alarm rang. He hit snooze. Again and again and again. His body felt heavy. His mind felt foggy. The first thing he touched every morning was his phone. Scroll, scroll, scroll. Videos, memes, other people's lives, people traveling, people starting businesses, people getting married, people winning. He sighed and rolled out of bed, his body heavy, his heart heavier. He rushed to work, skipped breakfast, arrived tired. His boss snapped at him for being slow. Move faster, Daniel. You're behind again. Why can't you keep up? He kept his head down and said nothing. On his break, he ate cheap food that barely filled him. Greasy, cold, tasteless. When his shift ended, he dragged himself home. Too tired to work on any dream. Too tired to even think. He slept late again. And the next day, the same story repeated. One night, as he stared at his phone in the dark, he whispered to himself, why am I so weak? Why can't I change? Why does everyone else move forward but me? Then came the moment that broke him. One evening at work, his boss called him out in front of everyone. You're always slow, Daniel. If you don't want this job, say it now. People stared. Some laughed quietly. His face burned with shame. His hands shook. He wanted the floor to open and swallow him. To make it worse, he lost his overtime pay that week because of a small mistake. That night, sat on his bed and opened his banking app, almost empty. His chest felt tight. His hands shook. He stared at the numbers like they were laughing at him. He called his mother. She tried to sound kind, but he could hear the disappointment in her voice. You're almost 30. Daniel, she said softly, I just want you to be okay. I just want you to be stable. He hung up and broke down. Tears fell onto his hands. His shoulders shook. His breathing felt heavy. His chest hurt. He clenched his fists and said out loud, I can't live like this anymore. I can't be this person forever. I have to change. I don't know how, but I have to. A few days later, something unexpected happened. On his way home from work, he walked past a small gym. Inside, he saw an older man lifting weights alone. Calm, focused, strong. Something about him felt different, peaceful, controlled. Daniel stood outside for a moment, fighting his fear. What if I look stupid? What if people judge me? What if I fail again? Then he took a deep breath and walked in. The man noticed him and smiled. First time? He asked. Daniel nodded. His name was Mr. Harris, late 50s. Fit, disciplined, quiet confidence. After a short workout, Daniel found himself telling Mr. Harris everything. His job, his money problems, his shame. His fear of the future. Mr. Harris listened quietly. Then he said, "Your life is weak because your habits are weak." Daniel felt the words hit his chest. Mr. Harris continued, "Discipline is not punishment. It's freedom. You don't need motivation. You need a system." He offered to teach Daniel a simple system, not magic, not easy, but simple. The next morning, Mr. Harris met Daniel outside the gym. He handed him a small notebook. "This is your new life," he said. "Every day, you follow this routine." He explained it slowly. Wake up at 5:30 a.m. Exercise for 20 minutes. Learn one skill for 30 minutes. No phone for the first 2 hours. Write one goal in the notebook every day. Then he added 3 strict rules. Never skip 2 days in a row. Sleep before 11 p.m. Track every single day on paper. Daniel looked at the list. It didn't look powerful. It didn't look exciting. It didn't look like a miracle, but Mr. Harris said, "Small actions daily create big change. Do this for 6 months, and you won't recognize yourself." The first week was brutal. The alarm rang at 5:30 a.m. Daniel hit snooze again and again. His body screamed. His mind begged. Some days he missed his workout. Some days he barely finished 10 minutes. His muscles burned. His legs hurt. His eyes felt heavy all day. At work, he felt slower than usual. His friends laughed when he told them he was waking up early now. "Bro, you won't last a week. This discipline thing is fake." On day 4, he overslept and skipped everything. He felt like a failure again. On day 6, he sat on his bed in the dark, staring at his shoes. He didn't want to go. He felt lonely. He felt stupid. He felt tired of trying. He texted Mr. Harris. "I think this is not for me," Mr. Harris replied. "Weak days build strong men." Daniel stood up, put on his shoes, and went anyway. Week 2 was not magical. It was just slightly better. He still felt tired. He still wanted to quit, but now he had a small streak in his notebook. 5 days, 7 days, 10 days. He didn't want to break it. He started respecting himself a little. After 3 weeks, something changed. Not his life, not his money, but him. Waking up felt easier. His body felt lighter. He lost a little weight. He could do more push-ups than before. He started understanding the skill he was learning at work. He felt more energy, more focus. He started waking up naturally before the alarm every night. He wrote one goal in his notebook. Small wins, tiny progress, but progress. For the first time in years, he felt hope. Then came his setback. One night, he stayed up too late scrolling again. He missed his morning routine. Then another day, then another. He felt the old habits pulling him back. He felt scared. He met Mr. Harris again and said, "I think I'm slipping," Mr. Harris said. "Good. That means you care. Start again. Don't quit." Daniel went back to day 1. It hurt his pride, but he kept going. Then came his breakthrough. One day at work, there was a small problem with a system they used. Everyone stood around confused. Daniel remembered something he had learned. During his daily skill time, his heart beat fast, but he spoke up. He fixed it. The room went quiet. His boss looked at him. differently. A week later, his boss called him into the office. "We're giving you a small promotion," he said. "You've changed. It's extra pay. More responsibility. For the first time." Daniel felt respected. 6 months later, his life looked different. Not perfect, but better. He moved into a cleaner apartment. He earned more money. His body was stronger. His face looked alive. He smiled more. His family looked at him with pride. Mornings no longer scared him. He no longer waited for motivation. He had disciplined. One evening, he sat with Mr. Harris and said, "I'm not lucky. I'm disciplined. I don't wait for motivation anymore. This is who I am now." Mr. Harris smiled. He didn't need to say anything, and now, this story turns to you. Your life won't change by watching this. It will change when you act. Start small. Start small. Start today. Time plus discipline equals destiny. 1 hour a day becomes 7 hours a week. 7 hours a week becomes hundreds of hours a year. That's how weak men become strong. That's how poor men become stable. That's how lost people find direction. Here's your challenge for the next 7 days. Wake up earlier than usual. Exercise for 10 minutes. Learn one simple skill. Comment discipline. If you accept this video as your promise to yourself and subscribe for more stories like this, you are not weak. You are just untrained, and your new life can start tomorrow morning.